All right, everyone. Welcome to the 6th episode of the American Mates podcast. Joined here today with the normal crew. Mason repping the Dutch kit. Fire. Now, some exciting things over the weekend, throughout the week. I think we can all agree that we're all happy that all the Super League stuff is gone. And
Amen.
not completely gone, but they've moved on from it, and I haven't heard much about it since those 3 days. So that's always good. Normal setup today. 8 topics, 5 minutes each. Let's get started. Topic number 1, we're going to be going over the Champions League games that happened on Tuesday and on Wednesday. We'll start off with Real Madrid 1, Chelsea 1. It's a good game. Chelsea fans, if one of you wants to give in your input first.
Honestly, I'm happy with a tie with an away goal. It's not too bad. I think I predicted when we did the predictions on the last episode that we would lose like 2-1, but it's like weird because going into it, I kind of like leading up like a week ago or so, I thought we would lose, and then right before the match, I remember kind of looking at Noah and being like, honestly, I kind of feel like we can win this, like going into it, even though we're away and stuff, and then the way they played, they deserve to win to an extent,
We should have
obviously.
won. We
Yeah,
should have won.
like what happens, but they should have. They
Should
could.
have been 3-0 at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Noah,
Yeah, I
what do you
think
do?
I have three takeaways from that game. Number one is I think Chelsea can beat anybody the way they're playing right now if Timo Werner just puts the ball in the back of the damn net.
Hey, he's a great player. He's
For the
world
first
class.
20 to 30 minutes of that
Not right
game,
now.
we completely dominated Real Madrid. And without Sergio Ramos, their back line kind of looks miserable. And I think we took advantage of that pretty well. I definitely think we deserve to win that game. Second takeaway is Thomas Tuchel is not messing around. I think he really means business with this Chelsea team, and I think if he decides to bring in some new players this summer, that this Chelsea team can be probably top 5 in the world with the way he coaches. It's very solid, even when like some of our top players are missing or out because of injury or anything. He still finds a way to make a good game out of it. And third takeaway is Chelsea is definitely a Champions League caliber team. They beat Atletico, they beat Porto, who was having a good run, and now they're competing with Real Madrid, who's considered one of the best teams in the world. They're pushing for the title in La Liga. So I just think it shows that Chelsea means business and they're a world class team.
Yeah, I hope we can finish the job. I know we could dwell about Chelsea all day, but let's move on to Wednesday's game. We had PSG losing 2-1 at home to Man City. Joey, what was your takes from the game yesterday?
PSG played good the first half, and they just like gave up. It looked like the second half looked like they're like, "Yep, we're gonna win. Let's just play." And it was kind of like, why? I don't know. I just felt like in the second half they just stopped playing, and Man City completely dominated. And if they go into the second leg, they need to go on the second leg with a different like mentality if they want to win.
I mean, the headline has
But
to be that Mbappe disappeared.
I definitely think they could win PSG still. I think they could still win,
Yeah.
but it's gonna take a lot.
I know. It's just like they looked strong right from kickoff.
Yes.
And
yeah.
then Man City scored 2 fluke goals.
The thing is, Man City always score. Like you can't go into PSG are gonna have to go into the leg expecting Man City to score against them, because like I don't know, it's very rare that Man City don't score in games, even when they lose or tie.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Mbappe he's got to show up. Got to show up.
Yeah. I think in that game we definitely saw that PSG really haven't experienced playing against a team like Man City in a while, because Man City is a very high pressing and aggressive team, and I think that kind of showed that PSG's back line really isn't that great when they're under pressure.
I mean, I
Like
don't
they're
know. It's
good,
their
but
fullbacks. It's their
yeah,
fullbacks. Their center backs are good. It's their fullbacks. They're not that good. I was just shocked at the way Man City scored their 2 goals. It's one
Yeah.
thing for them to dominate, but the first one was a De Bruyne cross that just went through everyone and ended up in the back of the net. And the Riyad Mahrez free kick just went right through the wall. Like
Yeah.
completely, there was just a big gap in the wall.
Yeah, it was kind of like Benzema's goal against Chelsea too. I feel like it was kind of just miraculous how the ball found its way to him.
Yeah.
It was a great finish, but
Yeah. With the 10 seconds left, everybody, what's the final gonna be with how the first leg went? I got Chelsea against PSG still.
Chelsea,
Real
Man
Madrid.
City.
Real Madrid, Man City.
No?
yeah, I think it's gonna be Chelsea PSG. I don't think they're gonna want an all English final. They'll rig it.
All right, on to the Europa League games from this afternoon. We had Joey's Manchester United destroying Roma 6-2. And we had Villarreal beating Arsenal 2-1 at home. Joey, Man United, what were your thoughts on the performance
They
today?
played amazing. Cavani played amazing. Everybody just played so good.
It's a rough start.
No, those just fluke goals. Edin Dzeko almost missed. He kicked it off his own leg and it bopped into the net.
It went in.
Yeah, but whatever. I think Man United's gonna smash him the second leg.
I don't know, dude. I thought. Do you still now? All right, now that you're happy that they won 6-2, do you still think the Pogba penalty shouldn't have been a penalty?
I mean, I think it's 50-50 whether that's a penalty or not.
Fair.
I think it's the referee's decision.
Yeah, I think Roma just got screwed today with injuries on the pitch. They had to make 3 subs in the first 40 minutes. It
Yeah,
happens. It's no one's fault. It's just the backup goalie.
the backup their guy sucked.
He played bad. He played bad. I know Paul Lopez has been
Oh.
pretty good for them and stuff. I feel like Roma gets so unlucky. They just have so many injuries all the time.
Yeah.
It'd be, I don't know. I'm still surprised they got past Ajax, but
Pellegrini always been the penalty taker?
I don't know.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be Zaniolo when he's healthy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would love to see Zaniolo play today, but hopefully he comes back and plays like he was playing before he tore his ACL.
Not coming. Yeah, he's not coming back until April.
Because if Caesar
Yeah.
is not dead.
Wait, what? April's ending.
Oh yeah. Oh, then never mind. I don't know when he's coming back.
It has to be soon.
That's what the report said. It said he's coming back. It said
me
mid-April.
check.
Actually, I checked today because he was
Really?
on. It was like, yeah.
Was that just him coming back to training or the squad?
I don't know. It just says.
Zaniolo,
September.
September 6th. Oh, wait,
Jesus.
no, you're right. It does say expected return late April 2021.
It's got to be
Oh.
soon then.
It happened September.
All right. Let's move on to Arsenal.
We got time. We don't need to talk about the 3rd best club in London for that long.
Dude,
But
Jesus Christ.
actually,
Hey.
4th best club in
Hey,
London.
don't
Yeah.
disrespect Fulham like that.
Oh, yeah.
Fulham.
And Crystal Palace, 6th best club in London, played Villarreal today, losing 2-1 in Spain. Unai Emery, Mr. Good Evening, getting his revenge on Arsenal, but the job is not done. What were your guys' takes on this game today?
I think it shows that Arsenal's struggling. Granted, Villarreal has a solid squad this year, but I think it definitely shows that Arsenal has some problems that need to get resolved this summer. They've been struggling a lot lately to find the back of the net, especially, and they have a lot of talented finishers on that team, and they can't seem to get the job done. And I think Villarreal go through to the final. I don't know. Arsenal does surprise sometimes with their performances, but I think Villarreal will be able to close it out in the second leg.
I think the selection was weird.
It was weird.
Starting Emil Smith Rowe at striker, putting Aubameyang on the bench.
Yeah, they played like a 3-5-1-1.
No, that wasn't right. It ended up being a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
But
they
it was
did.
still I don't know, just the selection. It's like they just could put out a much better team. You would think Lacazette, if I'm not mistaken, had a pretty good recent performance in the Europa League a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah, he scored and had an assist, right?
Yeah. Why not put him in? If I'm being honest, I don't really rate Emil Smith Rowe that much. I
He
don't think
definitely
he
has
should be as
potential,
I
striker.
mean, I
I
don't think he would be a good.
yeah.
He's not good at as playing as a striker. I
He's
mean,
more of
obviously, he probably
a-
didn't play as.
Out
Striker.
of all the youngsters, like I would put Eddie and Ketty up front before I would put him. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
just me, though.
Even I don't even. They had Willian on the bench. Like I don't know.
I know. It's
I
just
don't know.
they got
weird.
options, and I don't know. But
They got saved by a penalty.
yeah. On to the next topic, boys. We now have Man City's win over the weekend in the Carabao Cup against Tottenham. They've won it for their 4th straight year now.
Give someone
Tottenham
else a
just looked
chance.
lost. What?
I said, give someone else a chance.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh.
It's because everybody puts
Honestly,
in the young guys except them.
This might be kind of a hot take, but I feel like if Mourinho was there, they would have put on a better performance.
Oh, for sure. I think that's a given.
I mean, it wasn't even that bad. It was literally only they scored. Man City scored pretty late.
Yeah, well,
But,
Tottenham
yeah, I
was just
think-
playing like counterattack, and
Yeah, I
they were
think-
lacking energy on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
just Mourinho
bad.
don't lose no finals.
Dude, that would have been exciting. Cup
Granted,
against
I
Mourinho
will
in the
give it to
final.
Tottenham. Well, it's not really giving it to Tottenham. It's kind of just poor officiating, but Laporte shouldn't have even been on the field at that point.
Mm,
He committed so many fouls that game. He should have been sent off. And
yeah.
I know a lot of people who aren't Man City fans were saying that Tottenham got robbed, but well, Man City won, and there's nothing we can do to change it. So
Yeah, I agree. I think Laporte should have been sent off earlier, but I don't think that's the root.
I think
You
Man
can't
City
blame
still
it
would have
on
ended up
that.
winning because they
Yeah,
were
Man City-
dominating.
They dominated the entire game. Tottenham did not touch the ball.
Odin at striker too. That was kind of interesting.
Dude,
He-
it's weird. This new Man City
I-
thing, the new formation they play is weird.
I kind of always saw like Foden as like a center mid, but he's been playing up front like winger and striker lately.
He's definitely a versatile.
He's always been
player.
a cam.
Yeah,
He's
even like a
He's
cam.
always been a cam.
I could
But-
see him like eventually settling into like a center forward or like a shadow striker role.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
he
weird
kind of already
thing-
is, but I think he's probably.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm kind of even looking at like his past games, and it looks like he's been playing out left a lot and stuff too.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
world class.
Very good.
He's definitely one of the best up and coming players right now.
Yeah, in the world for
Is
sure.
he eligible? Is he like gonna be like? Is he the front runner for Golden Boy, or is he not eligible?
Yeah,
for
he has to be. He
Yeah.
has to be.
Okay.
Probably.
How
I
old
don't
is
think
he?
Can you go back to
21.
back for the Golden Boy or no?
That's why I
Yes.
said I don't know if he's eligible.
I don't know, dude. Foden deserves it. Foden
Yeah,
deserves it.
he's definitely on track to be a world class player.
Yeah. He
They're
could.
gonna release the Golden Boy list soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's next week, right?
Probably.
I'm not sure. It should be coming up though. I just the thing with Man City and like I've been analyzing
wait.
them and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
On-
I was
no,
looking
no,
at
no,
Golden
just
Boy.
like they play a 4-6, which is weird, and the commentators were talking about it too. They play with their normal 4 at the back and stuff, and then like it obviously it's not completely a 4-6, like it's not a straight line of
Yeah.
6,
It's
but
just like
they're
a loose
always
formation.
interchanging.
Yeah,
Like sometimes it looks like Gundogan is playing striker. That's why he's been scoring so many goals as of recent. Like they're
Yeah.
always interchanging. It's honestly crazy to see.
I noticed Chelsea doing that too against West Ham. Like
Mm.
when they play with that front three with Timo, Mount, and Pulisic, they change where they're at a lot on the pitch, especially when we're not in possession. Pulisic will push up to the striker position sometimes, and Timo will drop back, or Mason Mount will push up a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems like it's the new trend right now to play a
Mhm.
loose formation.
Yeah.
It just increases your chances to score because you just
Yeah.
gotta think those guys are moving into, like they'll see space and they'll move into it, so then they have a higher chance of scoring from that position.
And it makes it harder to like
Yeah, it makes-
specifically mark strikers.
Yeah,
Kind
definitely.
of makes you wonder where sports are gonna be. Like I know we only have 50 seconds left, and it's kind of a deep topic, but like even looking at like other sports, I mean, it's the American mates, so making some reference to American sports, like I feel like all sports, we were just talking about this watching the NFL draft, like how quarterbacks are more mobile now and stuff, and like basketball has become like a positionless sport. It just seems like all sports are heading that direction where like everyone can play anything, and I wonder what it's gonna mean like long term.
I think that's just a result of the skill ceiling constantly going higher. Like you look at like even like fullbacks now, they're completely comfortable with attacking. Like people like Ben Chilwell and Reece James, they could probably play a winger role if they really wanted to. Like they're that talented.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. The
There's just
game
a
is
lot of
definitely
talent.
changing. Yeah.
Yeah.
On to the fourth topic. We're going to be talking about the Portuguese League, Liga Nos, the title race. I'm a Benfica fan. Noah's also a Benfica fan. It's been a rough year for the both of us.
Yeah.
Mason, a Port fan, and Joey, a Sporting fan. He might finally see his day.
For the first time in 2
Oh my
decades.
God.
Joey, what were your thoughts when Mateus Nunes scored that goal against Braga?
You know, I don't even know how to describe it. I just remember seeing the notification. I just started screaming in my room. Freaking Sporting, I think, are gonna win the title. I was nervous at first when they started dropping points, but I don't know. I don't think,
Yeah.
especially with Poot still having to play
Sorry, my
Benfica, or does Sporting have to play Benfica?
I think they
still
both do.
But even if Sporting loses to Benfica and they don't mess up the other games, they're still ahead by a point.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
though. Is
Actually,
Sporting,
maybe 2 points. I gotta check.
if
Both dropped points.
Sporting,
Yeah, we tied to Moira and Nance.
Port's
Mhm.
6 points back, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We could. It could have been 2 had
That's what it
Sporting
is. Yeah,
drawn
it's
and
6
we
points.
won.
It's 6 points. So, I mean, the most Sporting thing to do would be to go
choke
invincible and
Hey,
choke this.
It already happens every December, but
If they keep drawing, that could not be good for them.
Dude, if
I
it
know,
wasn't for
but-
that dang winner at the end, Port could
Yeah, all I
coulda
gotta
got
say is
Uh-huh.
so much
What else?
closer.
Braga, that was a letdown. Sporting was down to 10 men for like 75 minutes,
I
and they
know.
couldn't score.
It
Yeah.
was like, I don't know. Sporting, that just kind of tells you. I feel like that's one that you just sit there and you're like, that's a statement win.
Braga is also
That kind of solidifies. I think now
Yeah.
they're gonna win. At first,
it definitely shows that they have a
before that
great
game, they
squad.
started slowing down. I was like, these youngsters might be getting the pressure. Like they've never had to deal with this and stuff, but they got the winner. They found the way against all odds. Braga was dominating, chance after
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
Braga, they're kind of in a bad patch right now. They lost to, I think, Moreirense today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they lost 1-0. I think it was to
Oh,
Moreirense.
Maritime.
Oh yeah,
Maritimo.
Maritimo.
I'm checking
Maritimo.
right now.
Yeah,
Even worse. No
they're going
offense to
through a real
Maritimo
patch
fans.
of bad form.
That's good for Maritime. They were just in the relegation zone 2 weeks ago. Now they're into 12th.
Yeah.
It's a big win.
Maritimo and Rio Ave have had surprisingly disappointing seasons. They
Who
have
love
solid
especially.
squads.
Oh man.
Who have nearly beat AC Milan in the Europa League
Europa League, yeah.
qualifying. They literally went to penalties with them.
I feel like losing that game destroyed the team's morale because after that they came back into the league and lost like 6 straight games.
Yeah, I think one thing we can all agree on is Passos de Ferreira being in 5th place has been the surprise of the season.
Yeah.
I
They're
love their
usually
head
like
coach.
a mid-table team.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love their head coach Pepa. I hope he comes to Benfica instead of the fraud that's managing our club right now.
I'd say
he's been doing good. He's been doing good.
Yeah, against the deaf and the blind.
Hey, you
I-
gotta take the results.
I'd say the actual surprise for me would be Famalicão in 13th. Was this the year that they started hot, or was that last year?
No, that was last year. I kind of saw this coming because literally this is the only time I'll say this. Last year, Famalicão was like somebody who's playing FIFA career mode. They just
Yeah.
loaned in all of the youngsters from clubs. Like
And
what
they-
we want smaller teams to do, they actually did.
Yeah,
And
and
they
they,
also
were
had
in like
Pedro Gonçalves.
miraculous form.
Yeah. They had Pedro Gonçalves.
They had Pedro
Wasn't like 6 or 5 or 6 out of their starting 11 lone players.
Yes,
It
yes.
was a
Yeah.
crazy.
They had a
amount.
lot of lone players.
Kind of makes
They had-
And
sense.
also
Then.
Gustavo Asuna I feel bad for because now it's just like he looks like he sucks.
Mm.
Yeah.
Joey,
No, he's just
He
playing against.
got left alone. He got left alone.
literally.
They left him to.
Yeah, I know.
They left him to die.
Yeah.
What, Mason?
Are you sad to see Nacional go as a Madeiran? Since they're probably going to be leaving us.
It happens all the time. They get relegated and promoted all the time.
Yeah, fair
Academica's
enough.
coming up.
Yeah, I
It's
hope
gonna-
so. I hope they don't choke. All right, before this topic ends, predictions on who's going to finish out the title.
Sporting.
100%.
I think
Sporting.
Port's going to steal
That
it.
was a statement win. Oh, it wouldn't be Noah if it wasn't the opposite.
Dude,
On to the next topic.
no, Port draws so many games. It's possible. I mean, Sporting draws.
Yeah,
a lot.
your mind. You know what's right.
Hey,
On to the next
only
thing.
6 points.
On to
only
the
2
next
games.
topic. On to the next topic. We're going on to the Spanish league. We're going to be talking about the title race. Close as hell. Barca choking
No,
it.
I had a
The
dream
second
about this
best-
last night.
Yeah. All right. Explain it. Explain it.
I-
Explain it.
Well, to keep it PG, because I swore in my dream, but I'm a Barcelona fan. I don't know if you see that scarf up there, but yeah, I had a dream that me and Noah were watching this game that happened today, and I literally remember like being excited because like Noah was like, "Hey, Messi scored," and then the only next thing I remember is like turning to him and being like, "And now they blew it. There we go. They're not winning it this year." And then I wake up and they went 1-0 up, and I told them I was like, "I'm a Barca fan, but I had a dream this doesn't end well." And lo and behold, they lost 2-1 to Granada.
I mean, didn't you predict that it was going to be a tie?
I thought it would tie, but
Yeah.
I knew they were either way. I knew they blew it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Barcelona just
This title race is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everybody's played the same amount of games. Right now we got Atletico with 73. Below them, Real Madrid with 71. Barca in third, right behind them, 71. And something I noticed today, Sevilla in fourth with 70.
yeah.
They are 3 points off of first place, and no one's talking about it.
They could steal the title if Barca and Real Madrid
Dude.
drop points.
Imagine if Sevilla win the league. They've been
Think
like
about it.
Braga
If
consistently.
Barca and Atletico, they play in like 2 weeks. If they draw, and then like
But,
Real Madrid drops points, Sevilla can take first.
Real
place.
Sevilla
Madrid
still
plays-
plays Real
Is
Madrid.
Real
though.
Madrid.
But that's big because if Sevilla
Yeah.
finds a way to beat them,
Dude.
they can. That opens up the
Oh,
title
no.
race for them.
Dude.
Is it points then head to head then goal difference?
No,
It's
points,
goal differential, then
head to
head-to-head.
head.
That's what I thought. So how is
And
Real
then it's
above Barca?
Because they won El Clasico. Wait,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Barca's goal difference is like 14 more than Real. I'm looking at it right now.
maybe La Liga's different, or maybe that's just like how.
might
Well,
be
no,
head-to-head.
Real Madrid beat Barca, right?
Yeah,
so
but-
then
but
so
you
then
guys
head
just
to
said-
head
better
is
goal
over
differential.
thing.
Each league is different with the
Yeah,
tie.
each
break.
league
Oh,
is
yeah.
I get what you're saying. I get
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
La Liga must be head to head is more important.
Probably then, yeah. That would
But
make sense.
yeah, Barca choked their chance. They had a game in hand.
They would have
and
gone up a
threw it.
point, right? They would have gone
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, they would have had 74 points.
Hey, as a soccer fan, as a neutral, I really don't care about the Spanish league as much anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to. I would love for that to go down to the last day.
Yeah.
that'd
Four
be fun.
teams, you still don't know who's gonna win. It's gonna go down to the last day. If 4 teams
Yeah.
are still in it now, it's 100% gonna
Thing
go
is,
down. to the
Ligue
last
1
day.
might come down to the last day too.
Yeah.
As,
Dude, I hope Monaco wins. I
No,
want
I want
Monaco
Lille
to-
to win.
I want Monaco to win.
No, I want to see my guy Renat Sanch lift in Ligue 1. He's meant for the Farmers League.
Did you see their comeback against Lyon the other day? They were
Yeah,
down
dude.
2-0 and they won.
Borak
is, there's no
Yilmaz
hard
is
games
still a
left.
young goat.
Yilmaz is
dude.
underrated.
There are no hard games. All these guys, they're all playing the shit teams in France.
Yeah, it's gonna
Like,
come down to the last day.
PSG, Monaco, and Lille are all playing shit teams. Besides, all 3 of them play
Yeah, but
Rennes still,
PSG's
that's
still
about
in the Champions League. If their players
That
are
is true.
tired and they play against
Fatigue might
Rennes,
come into play.
it. Kamavinga's gonna break Neymar's legs.
I still remember at the beginning of the season, I mentioned that I thought Saint Etienne was going to win the league because of the Dilashi shit.
No,
That was just
oh
so
my
bad.
I
That
thought
was so
Monaco was
bad.
gonna do good because Pietro Pellegrini scored on his day. Scored on the first day of the season.
You and freaking Pietro Pellegrini, dude.
I thought they were gonna.
Real definitely has like
They might.
one of the best young rosters in the world. They have a lot of talent on that team.
Oh,
this year.
dude! All these French teams pull random 19-year-olds
and
from
then they're
Africa
nasty.
and put them on.
I
Yeah.
want to see Paris FC into Ligue 1 one day.
Mm.
I want a Paris
Hopefully.
derby to begin. That would be exciting. I wouldn't mind that. But
How is there only 2 teams that play in Paris?
Because France is
Because
huge.
Dude,
Farmers League. No, I'm just kidding. Not anymore. I just
So-
can't believe Lens is in 5th.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
this was the La Liga title race. Shifted over to the French league. We cover it all. On to the next topic. Our early, not so early Ballon d'Or predictions. Kind of midway through the year, who we think is gonna win. Joey, Ballon d'Or pick.
I think Lewandowski's gonna win.
Give us your
Easily.
top 5. Give us your top 5.
So I think it's
Yeah,
gonna be
why not?
Lewandowski. See, I think Messi and Ronaldo will be second and third, but like Mbappe could also make it into the top 3. But right now, I think my top 3 are Lewandowski, Messi, and Ronaldo, and then probably like Mbappe makes 4th, and probably like KDB will make 5th.
Fair,
I
that's
think
fair.
that's what's gonna happen.
I
Nathan,
have
what are your top 5?
Lewa first, Messi second,
Mhm.
Mbappe third.
Mm-hmm.
This morning I had KDB 4th. I'll stand by that. And then 5th, I think, is interchangeable between Bruno and Lukaku, only because like you don't always know what they're gonna pick it on. And Lukaku
but-
is like
dude.
now winning the title with Inter, who haven't won it in a while, and he's far and away like the best player on that team. Whereas Bruno is very good, and there's still a lot of time left, so it depends how he does for Portugal in the Euros and Lukaku for Belgium and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
because
But,
if they
dude,
win the
I don't
Europa
think-
League, that kind of boosts Bruno to 5th for me. But right now I
I
have
don't think they
Lukaku
won't
5th.
include Ronaldo in the top 5.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like
Shouldn't be that way.
That's- they're
He
Ronaldo.
doesn't deserve
They're gonna
to
have
be.
to put in Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is still
they're gonna
playing
have to.
decent, but like
I think
Juventus is
Ronaldo
underperforming.
is good. Is playing good this season.
No,
His
no,
team
I
just
think his
isn't winning.
stats are good. I'm just basing it
Yeah.
off of what they always go off of.
Oh,
Where
well,
if you win
yeah.
a tournament, you get boosted up a bunch
And
of
he
players.
kind
Yeah.
of disappeared in the Champions League.
Yeah, I know, but you still can't take away. I think he's still the leading goal scorer in Serie A, if I'm not
29
mistaken.
goals. I
Yeah,
think.
he's playing
Yeah.
great in the league. It's just Juventus is letting him down a little. If they
Yeah.
could actually do something, he'd
He's
probably
gonna come to Man United.
be up there.
Oh
It's
my
also
God.
Pirlo's first year as coach. So.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Noah, let's hear your top 5.
My top 5 right now, I think they'll give it to Lewandowski, but I do think if Messi continues with the form he's in, he's probably the only other person that has a chance of winning it. Like seriously.
Yeah, I
if-
think he's
if-
the only other person that has a chance. I can agree with you.
So I think I have Messi and Lewandowski kind of like interchangeable at the number 1 spot. It all depends on how the rest of the season plays out, but as of right now, I think Lewandowski's the clear favorite.
Mm.
And then for 3, I have Mbappe, which is pretty self-explanatory. I have Lukaku at 4 because he came into Inter and he made them a title-winning team. They're set to win the Scudetto, and he has 30 goal contributions this season. He's their leading goal scorer and their leading assister. And I think he's just having an amazing season that not a lot of people are talking about. And for 5th, I have it interchangeable between Ronaldo and Ederson from Man City. I know goalies usually have to have an over-the-top season to be considered, but I think if Man City wins the Champions League, Ederson should be in that conversation. He has 17 clean sheets this year, and he's doing very well.
You think this is the best Lukaku that we've ever seen?
Yeah. Definitely.
I think he
He's
deserves
just
to be
always
in at
had that
least.
hype.
He's at the very least top 10.
Lukaku's always been good, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
he wasn't ever like the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now he's
Um,
actually producing.
Yeah.
That is true. My top 5, I would have to go with Lewandowski at number 1. think he's the clear favorite. I just his goals to games ratio is ridiculous. I think he should have gotten it last year, as mostly everybody thinks. I think he got robbed with the whole COVID thing. I think they'll give it to him this year without a doubt. 2, I got Messi. He's also having an incredible year. 3, I would go with Mbappe. 4, I would go with Harry Kane. He's kind of having an just because the thing is, that's my personal at number 4 because of his stats and how much he influences them. But I don't think he stands a chance just because of how bad Tottenham is. And 5, I would go with Lukaku as the same reasons that you guys put him.
Yeah. Harry Kane's
Don't count
honestly a
out
good pick.
Holland from the top 5 either.
That is true.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to try.
He's
and
in the
Phil
conversation.
Foden, maybe. I mean,
They'll
I
probably
don't
all
think
be
so. I
if
think it's the
Ederson
same
does-
thing.
I
I think
don't
it's the
know.
same thing
They
as
have
last season, where they didn't put they didn't have the Ballon d'Or, but they weren't considering Holland at all, just because the Golden
True.
Boy.
All right.
Yeah. On to the next topic. We got the Euro squads being changed from 23 men to 26. What do you guys think about that? And then we can all go over 3 players we hope Portugal gets by using the 3 extra spots, obviously. Noah, what do you think are the benefits of this?
I think obviously it'll be good for the players, and it'll give more players an opportunity to play for their national teams. Not only that, but the increased squad depth will be good for domestic clubs because it'll mean more rest for their players and they won't be getting injured as frequently because there'll be a better squad rotation.
Yeah.
That's true.
Is there
Nathan?
5 subs in the Euro or 3?
Yeah, there's going to be 5 subs.
Yeah.
They just announced it.
Yeah.
You can only do them at 3 separate points. That was an interesting rule that I
Oh.
found out.
Yeah.
But Mason, what do you think about the new roster changes?
I think it'll just be more than anything interesting to see who teams pick.
I know.
I don't really know how much it's gonna like affect who goes in, because I feel like there's not really a case where it's like, oh, he would have played if he got called up. It's just kind of like
He would have been on the bench if he got called
yeah,
up.
exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll just kind of be a fun thing to be like, ooh, I wonder who they're gonna pick, and maybe somebody will get a lucky chance.
Yeah, I think honestly it's a genius idea. COVID's still around; it's real. That's the reason they're doing this. Is
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
increase, just so more players they have more options and stuff. But it's just like I think it's not going to be anything crazy that we're going to notice, but it'll still be exciting. Maybe a couple of youngsters might get a chance that we wouldn't have seen in the 23.
Especially in the group stages in like easier matches and stuff.
Especially if like you're one of those teams, you win the first 2, you're automatically through. You play that 3rd game and you put the bench in.
Yeah.
Hey, it's minutes.
I think it's cool. Like you could put like when you have situational stuff, like you need a goalie who's good at saving penalties, or you want to put in a player that's good at saving penalties, but like stuff like not good. Good at scoring penalties.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
Or like someone who's good at like holding up the ball or something. Like
Yeah, like anything. Like
waste time.
like Ugo Almeida.
It just adds up space. It just
definitely gives
just
more
adds more
tactical
space.
options.
Or if
Yeah,
we need Bruno Alves to come back and break a header too on the field.
Stop.
I think Ruben Samed's actually gonna get called
I
up.
swear, if
Yeah, I
Portugal
think so.
calls up 3 old hags, I'm
All
gonna
right.
be pissed.
What is everybody's desired 3?
Number 1, Ruben Samed, Rafa
Yeah, I knew that
Leao,
one was coming.
and oh shit. The thing is, I think Pedro Gonçalves is already part of the 23, but I don't know. So I'm gonna just say Pedro Gonçalves.
All right, Mason.
I'm thinking Rafa Leao, Trincão, considering like technically. I mean, I think he would have probably got called up, but regarding
there's
the
players
last
that
call,
are on the board, on the
yeah,
line,
yeah.
so
I'll
cool.
just say them because last time they were playing for 21s, and then I haven't really thought about this much. I don't know who I would have as a 3rd, to be honest. Oh,
You think
Chico Conceição, I guess,
João
for the meme.
Paulinho is part of the?
I think João Paulinho is getting called up. I don't even think he's on the line. I think he's ahead of William in the rotation right now.
Not
Yeah.
What about Paulinho? You think he's gonna get called up?
I don't know.
He was on fire for
I think-
Braga, but I don't know.
I
But the
feel like
thing is,
he's one of
Andre-
those players
Andre
that like they
Silva's
don't
coming.
like.
Yeah, Andres Silva.
Andre
Noah, what are
Silva's
your
coming.
3?
And
I agree with Mason's 3. I think Rafa Leão definitely deserves a chance to prove himself for the national team,
Mm,
and I'm a big fan of him, so I'd like to see him
Yeah.
come up, especially.
mm. I think we might see an extra center back, so I'm gonna go with Duke Light.
Oh
To-
yeah, I forgot about him. I could see
I
him
could-
coming up.
Just to give them some
Hmm.
experience for the near future. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Possibly. But
Yeah,
there's also much better options.
What happened to
Ruben Semed.
Ferro?
Ruben
He's on
Semed is the
Valencia.
future.
And then I think it's
Ruben
Pedro
Semed's the future.
Gonçalves and maybe Rafa Silva. I don't know if he's on the board or if he's gonna be in the team.
What about Beezy, dude?
Stop.
Don't get me started.
I don't want any hags.
He would need to play more than 60 minutes a game. All right. Last topic of the day. News that came out a couple days ago. Julian Nagelsmann agrees on a deal to go coach Bayern next year. And Jesse March, the US, he's an American coach, moving from RB Salzburg to RB Leipzig. How do you think these moves affect each club? Do you think it'll benefit them? Or do you think it'll put them at a disadvantage from recent years? Joe? He was gonna say something.
I think. I don't know. I don't know if Nagelsmann is gonna go to Bayern Munich and just keep the same way, or is he gonna go to like the 3-4-3 that he did at Leipzig? I don't know that. Jesse March, I could see him bringing the Salzburg. Like it already kind of happens, but I could see it more now. Signing Salzburg players, like if Potts and Daka would go, or I don't even know. All those they just produce so many players. So many players could go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think Bayern will. I don't know. I didn't think so at first, but Heinz Dieter Flick, he's a really good coach. Even though he had a super team, like he coached them
Yeah.
pretty well. I think Nagelsmann is a really good coach, though. I think he'll be there for years.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, do I think Jesse March to Leipzig is an upgrade? No. They just lost one of the best young managers in the world. But I think he'll do good. I'm excited actually to see what he does.
Yeah. As an American, it's definitely nice to see him moving up the ladder in terms of coaching.
Yeah.
I hope he does well with Leipzig, and it's nice to see, but I think the whole Nagelsmann to Bayern thing just like confirms that the freaking Bundesliga just runs through Bayern.
Oh yeah.
Like it was bound to happen. It's just
But-
Leipzig got like $15 million in compensation for it because they bought out his contract, right?
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
went from
it's just-
taking players to taking coaches too.
Yeah.
I know. It's just
And I mean, Nagelsmann's a great
by the
manager,
competition.
but that Bayern squad is one of the best squads to ever exist.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I guess we'll get to see how elite his coaching really is,
mhm.
because he's gonna have one of the best rosters in the world.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard picking a defense.
I think
He's
his
gonna have
Yeah, so much better.
Upamecano.
Upamecano's
gotta-
a starter for him,
Yeah.
100%.
The thing is,
'Cause
he's gonna have
Alaba's
Upamecano,
leaving.
and then he's gonna
Yeah.
have all of those center backs that play, like Teo Hernandez. Pavard can play both.
Mhm.
Not
I
Teo,
could
Lucas
see them
Hernandez.
switching to like a 3-4-1-2 maybe.
I don't think Alfonso Davies.
Oh,
don't know,
that's
it's
a
hard
hard
to
part.
say.
I see them
left
playing
wing
a
back?
3.
I
Yeah,
know,
I see
but
them
I can't
playing
see
a
him
3.
doing that.
I see them
I don't
playing a
know.
3-5-2 with Alfonso Davies and Pavard as wing backs.
I don't. Yeah, but the thing is
but then they
about
still
Benjamin
got
Pavard is
Gnabry and Coleman and
Benja-
Sane.
well, when you play like 3-4-3, you can have three like
Oh,
Lewandowski.
3-4-3. I thought
You
no,
can
it
do
said
that, but
3-5-2.
oh,
Well, it's kind of the same
like-
thing.
Pavard, I feel like isn't fast enough to be a wing back.
Didn't he play fullback for France though?
He played fullback.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know,
I get what you're
don't
saying.
know.
He's not the quickest. They would have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Imagine they went and signed Mukiele.
Well, he doesn't have to be an
now.
attacking fullback.
He could kind of be
Yeah.
like what Aspi is for us when he plays. Like not the
Yeah.
fastest, but
Mhm.
does
No,
his
yeah.
job.
I wanted Nagelsmann to Chelsea, but hey, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, Tuchel's doing great.
Tuchel's been proving me wrong. I'm
It could
pleasantly
happen later
surprised.
down the line. You never know.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
I'm
goal.
Watch
I'm
Nagelsmann
fine where the
lose.
club is.
Nagelsmann lose his first like 3 games as Bayern boss and just
I
gets
don't
fired.
think so.
Gets fired.
I don't think so either. But watch
I
it.
guys-
think
Watch it happen.
I honestly
What
bold
was that hot
prediction.
take? Wait, I just
Bold-
processed
He
that.
Yeah.
loses 3
Dude.
games and gets fired.
Gets
Think about
sacked.
think about the guy from when the guy coach from Frankfurt came. He just came from smashing Bayern like 5-0 in the cup final. Goes coaches Bayern Munich and then got fired in October.
All right. Before we
it's just
before we end
crazy.
the
It's
episode,
just crazy.
I just want to say I just want to say this kind of bold take. I can see Bayern going invincible next year if Nagelsmann is really the elite coach that everyone thinks he is, and Lewandowski stays healthy, and Upamecano comes into that defense and solidifies it. I think that's a candidate for an invincible season. That team.
I think my hot take for next season is Academica is going to win the Liga Nos.
Hey, I'd buy an Academica jersey, and
I would go raid the streets of Coimbra.
Yeah, I would go to Portugal and go celebrate in Coimbra.
Dude, we could have an American Mate sponsored parade around where we live.
Repping
We
the
could go to the
black and white.
Why don't we go to the
Blessings.
Academica club
Thank you.
and hang up American Mate stuff?
Oh,
I know.
guys.
Might need to contact them. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the 6th episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and we'll see you again next week. Peace.